I am from Nigeria. It's better to give you the true picture of what's going on in Africa.
The G20 has come to an end, somewhere away from Africa and Nigeria, and the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was at the G20 summit 2024 and he gave an impressive speech. I think this should be one of the best speeches since he became the president of Nigeria, according to many. But when you look at it, there is a good side and a bad side of it. And I'm going to be looking at the good and the bad. But before I talk about the good and the bad, let me let you know that the Nigerian military has made it known that the army general who assaulted one of the Nigerian 2 days ago has been under investigation to understand exactly what transpired that led to that particular assault. But you know, the reason why I'm not going to talk about that particular issue is because of the fact that the boat driver who had similar incident with a horrible House of Rep member, you know, came out later to apologize to the person who assaulted him. So therefore, at this point in time, we'll be leaving all of these people to deal with their problem by themselves, because when you come out to like hold some people accountable, at the end of the day, they make you look foolish. So you see the reason why most Nigerians are like lying low. But looking at this particular summit, let's take a listen to what Mr. President told the world leaders.
I am from Nigeria. It's better to give you the true picture of what's going on in Africa. We have terrorism challenges, insecurity challenges that are preventing farmers to even go to their farm. We have problem in Sudan, displacing people. We have problem of climate change, flooding, destroying crops, and we have problem of protectionism. We have problems. It is very important to make it clear and louder here. We have problem of out of school children. We have problem of funding free education or giving our children 1 meal a day in a classroom to even make them pay attention to school. Africa has that problem.
So you can hear him there. Let's look at the good side of that speech, and then we'll come back to look at the bad side. The good side is the fact that he is being honest, telling the investors, telling those who are supposed to invest in Nigerian economy that we have insecurity in Africa, Nigeria to be precise, and we have hunger issues and poverty. And we need to deal with those things decisively. Now, looking at the bad side of it is that who brought insecurity to Nigeria and Africa? Many believe that insecurity was introduced to Nigerians or Nigeria back in 2014-2015. But when you look at the history of insecurity in Nigeria, we had things like kidnapping in the south region of the country. Then we have this Masob and all of that. The Niger Delta region was so volatile. But we saw what Yaradua was able to accomplish alongside Goodluck Ebele Jonathan before the offspring of the Boko Haram sometime in 2009 to 2010. And since then, we saw also the fact that when Jonathan wanted to end this Boko Haram, the northern people were crying and saying that no, that they want to reduce the population of the north. They used this thing to campaign and they gained into power in 2015. Now, down the line, what happened? We saw Fulani herdsmen, we saw banditry, we saw unknown government, and now look at what is happening in the southeastern part of the country, of which many still believe that is still sponsored by some certain political actors to destabilize the region in order for their own political gain. What do you make of that? Looking at the issues of the hunger in Nigeria today, on the 29th of May 2023, if you can recall, that the president removal of the fuel subsidies without any prior notice to Nigeria in terms of preparation with policies or making things available for the aftermath of the removal of fuel subsidy is a reason for the hunger we have in Nigeria, and also the devaluation of the naira is part of the reason why we have what we have in the country as of today. Let's not also forget of some certain kind of policies or this taxation here and there. How do you tax people that are unemployed? Now, look at many companies are leaving Nigeria. Is it not because of your administration that people are leaving? And you are saying that you need this? Yes, of course. These are the issues. We need free education. We need this and that. But who created those things? You created them. So you should look for solution to those things. It's not about going to cry foul and then you are talking about climate change, flood that affected people. Let's look at this carefully. If River Niger, River Benue is being drained, if we have drainages being well constructed, if we have people not living in the water wheels, if we have our dam being done properly, and let's not forget that there was a report that the foreign counterpart gave some whooping big sum of money, which we will bringing to your notice very soon in a subsequent video, of how money meant to build a very big dam in Nigeria was. So you see, those are the reasons why we are having consistency when it comes to flooding at every year when rain is falling. But how do we do away with those things? It's just the government. The government removed fuel subsidy in 2023. They bought a presidential jet. There was a presidential yacht, bought, paid, but not yet delivered. We had SUV worth over $150,000 purchased for Mr. President. We have $5.1 billion naira spent on vehicle for the first office of the first lady that did not exist. We have new tires of the vehicles of Mr. President being replaced with over 200 million naira. We saw them purchasing new vehicles recently, and we even saw a northern governor purchasing vehicles worth over 1 billion naira within the last 1 week for the newly elected local government chairman. So what are we talking about here? If it is the money is there to do all of those things. Is it free education? You can actually give free education. We can actually do what we call we can do healthcare. We can repair our health facilities. We can do all of this. Look at Mr. Peter will be sharing money to private. This is private money, giving it to government own institution and private owned institution to help boost the educational sector as well as the health sector. If the government use all the money they use to buy private jet and buy vehicles here and there to invest into those sectors, are we going to be having those issues? No. If we decide to end insecurity, it is something that can be achieved in less than 73 hours. Have we not seen the governor of Zamfara State and even the Zamfara State governor coming out to say that we know where those terrorists are, we know where those bandits are, but we cannot touch them. We have seen incidents where they say they arrested them, but they cannot prosecute because a call will come from above. These are the issues. What do you make of this? Let me have you take at the comment section. But remember, politicians don't always care about you, but your personal interest. So while defending them, put yourself first. What do you make of the statement by the president at the G20? I mean, the speech. Let me have you take at the comment section. Thank you for watching.